Social responsibility accounting, accounting for general insurance. Social responsibility accounting. What do you mean by social responsibility accounting? Inflation accounting and income measurement. Hello my dear students, I am Ajayam, Faculty, Department of Commerce and Management, Vidyashram First Grade College, Mysuru, a temple of excellence. My dear students, today's session is all about introduction on corporate accounting 2. Let's go to the first slide. See, these are the chapters we are going to study in the corporate accounting 2. First unit is accounting for general insurance. Next one, accounting for life insurance. Next one, social responsibility accounting. And fourth one is holding company accounts for holding company. Next one, accounts for human resource or human resource accounting. Next one, final one is inflation accounting and income measurement. These are the 6 chapters you are going to study in corporate accounting 2. Now let's go to the next slide. Accounting for general insurance. Under that, insurance contracts that do not comes under ambit of life insurance are called as general insurance. For example, LIC, Life Insurance Corporation of India, we take insurance on our life. If it is not on anybody's life, that insurance will be called as general insurance. It may be vehicle insurance or marine insurance, or it may be fire insurance. There are so many types of general insurance which is not life insurance. General insurance is a insurance, it is a type of insurance which not comes under life insurance, that is called as general insurance. That's what, which do not comes under ambit of life insurance are called as general insurance. The different form of general insurance are fire insurance, marine means ocean or the goods transport through ocean. Next one, motor vehicle. Next one, accident and other miscellaneous non-life insurance. These are all comes under general insurance. Like life insurance, general insurance products comes at price in the form of premium. We have to pay the premium after the end of the particular date or due date. The amount will be refunded with premium amount. It's like insurance or life insurance only. The whatever the amount we have deposited as insurance will be paid with the premium or with interest. Let's go to the next slide. Next chapter is accounting for life insurance. What do you mean by accounting for life insurance? Let's see. Life insurance can be defined as a contract between insurance policy holder and an insurance company. For example, I am the insurance policy holder and the LIC is the insurance company. So it is a contract between me and insurance company where the insurer promised to pay sum of money in the exchange for a premium. The insurance company, to insurance company, I have to pay some amount, okay, some amount upon death of an insured person or after set period. What do you mean by that? See, for example, I will take an insurance policy from the company. I am the insurance policy holder. The company is the insurer who gives the insurance policy to the insurance policy holder. Okay. So after the death or the due date, whichever is earlier, the insurance company will pay the amount. It may be death or the due date, expiry of due date, whichever is earlier or whichever is first. That then the insurance company will pay the agreed amount with premium. What are the amount they have agreed to pay after the death or the date of due date, whichever is earlier, that comes first. Then the insurance company will pay the amount to insurance policy holder or the nominee of the insurance policy holder in case of death. Next one, social responsibility accounting. What do you mean by social responsibility accounting? Social accounting is a process of communicating the social and environmental effects of an organization economic actions. So for example, any factory is there, social responsibility accounting will communicate whatever the effects which is happening on the environment. So that's why to particular interest groups within society and to society at large, whatever the effects is happening to the particular society, that will be accounted under social responsibility accountant. For that, whatever the bad things or good things happening from the company or from the business to the society, the company has to pay back to the society in the form of service or in the form of money or charity. So every that information should be recorded in the accounts book, that is called as social responsibility accounting. It is commonly used in the context of business or a corporate social responsibility. What are the amount spent by the company for the development or the service providing to the social development, it will be considered as a corporate social responsibility, and the money spent on the corporate social responsibility will come under social responsibility accounting. Although any organizations including the NGOs, charities and government agencies engage in social accounting. Social responsibility accounting covers NGOs and also other organizations like charity, it may be trust or government agencies. All organizations comes under social responsibility accounting. Next one, holding company accounts. What do you mean by holding company accounts? Let's see. Holding company is one which directly or indirectly acquires either all or more than half the number of equity shares. For example, there are two companies. One is holding company, second one is subsidiary company. For example, let's see. See, H is the holding company and S is the subsidiary company. Holding company is a company which acquires more than 50% of shares or 100% of shares from the subsidiary company. So if it acquires the shares from holding company, this S will become subsidiary of the holding company, and holding company will be the holding or head company of the S company. So holding company will acquire shares from subsidiary company. It may be more than 50% or 100% of the shares. Next one, in one or more companies, so as to secure a controlling interest in such companies which are then known as subsidiary company. So what do you mean by that? See, the company which is the company shares which is purchased by the holding company, this company is called as subsidiary company. For preparing accounts for holding company and subsidiary company comes under accounts for holding company. Here we have to calculate minority interest, majority interest, capital and also goodwill. The next chapter is human resource accounting. Now what do you mean by human resource accounting? Human resource accounting, HRA, is a process of identifying and reporting investment made in the human resource of an organization. What do you mean by human resource accounting? Human resource accounting means any investment made on the human resource that should be reported to the management. For example, training, development, for other development of human resource will be recorded in the books of account. The money spent on these activities will be recorded in the books of account. That is called as human resource accounting. Money spent on the human resource and whatever the advantages or whatever the benefit got from the human resource to the company, that will be recorded in the books of accounts. Then it is called as human resource accounting. Next one, inflation accounting and income measurement. What do you mean by inflation accounting? See, usually cost concept of accounts says everything should be recorded in the historical concept, but inflation will affect the company. The inflation or increasing the value of asset or increasing the expenses will also affect the company. That's why we need inflation accounting. Inflation accounting comprises a range of accounting models designed to correct the problems arising from the historical cost accounting. See, for example, all the assets which is purchased or which is maintained in the books of accounts should be recorded in the historical cost. That's why whatever the problems arises from that particular method will be solved from using inflation accounting. Okay, next one. What are the books we can refer for to understand the corporate accounting too? See, Accounting Principles written by Anthony and R. and Tracy J.S. and Advanced Accounting from Gupta, R.L. and Radhaswamy, and next one Advanced Accounts from Shukla MC. These are all the important books you can refer. Next one, this is our class planner. Accounting for general insurance, we need 5 class because it will be asked for 10 marks usually. Accounting for life insurance, we need 8 hours. Next one, social responsibility accounting, we need 5 hours. It is 50% is theory oriented. Next one, holding company accounts, we need 8 hours. It is problem oriented. Next one, human resource accounting is also quite theory and also there is problems. Next one, inflation accounting and income measurement, it is problem oriented. We need 8 hours to complete this one. So approximately we need 42 to 45 hours for this subject. Next one, internal portion. What are the internal portions? For you will be having 3 internals. In first internals, accounting for general insurance and accounting for life insurance. In second internals, social responsibility accounting and holding account company accounts. Next one, in third internals, human resource accounting and inflation accounting. These are all the internal portions. Next one, question paper pattern. See, part A consists of, there will be 6 questions. You have to answer any 4. Each question carries 5 marks. Next one, come to the part B. There we will be having 5 questions. You have to answer any 3. Each question carries 10 marks, total 30 marks. Next one, in part C, we provide 4 questions. Out of 4, you have to answer any 2 questions. Each question carries 15 marks. Total it is 30 marks. All total is 80 marks. And remaining 20 marks from internals. Now, chapter wise marks allotment. Accounting for general insurance, you'll get 10 marks problem and 5 marks theory. Next one, accounting for life insurance. It is very important chapter. You will be having 15 marks problem, 10 marks problem or theory and 5 marks theory. Next one, social responsibility accounting. It is theory oriented. Sometimes they have asked for 15 marks also. Next one, 10 marks question will be there for theory and 5 marks questions we can expect. Next one, holding company accounts. It is very important. 15 marks question will be there for problem. Next one, 10 marks. It is also sometimes problem also they have asked. Sometimes theory also they have asked and 5 marks theory will be there. Next one, human resource accounting. It is mostly theory oriented. So 10 marks plus 5 marks. Next one, inflation accounting. It is problem oriented. 15 marks problem they will ask. Sometimes 10 marks also they have asked and theory also they have asked and 5 marks theory will be there. Next one, learning outcome. What are the advantages you get from learning corporate accounting too? First one, to acquire knowledge and understanding of the concept, techniques and practice of corporate accounting. You'll get knowledge, techniques and practice how corporate or how companies will prepare accounts. It is corporate accounting means it is an account prepared by companies or it is an account prepared by different types or different forms of companies. So corporate sector. Now next one, to develop skills for decision making and to acquire knowledge of the concepts, human resource like concepts of human resource accounting and inflation accounting and holding company. You will understand what is the holding company and what are the different aspects in holding company, keywords in holding company and also how to prepare accounts for holding company. And in this inflation accounting, you will understand what do you mean by inflation and how inflation accounting helps to rectify the problems which are occurred from historical cost based method. Next one, solving advanced problem relating to various types of transactions in the public company. So corporate accounting helps to understand solving various advanced problems. It is not basic problems like FA financial accounting and financial accounting 1 and 2 or the PUC accounting. These are all advanced form of accounts which is done in the corporate sector. Here I am going to end this session. Once again, we will meet you all in the next session. Till then, thank you so much.